guys, Kat here again. We're back in the saddle. How you all doing? Lovely Monday morning. Lovely day in the office. Although actually I do have a horse today at 3 o'clock, but there are some short videos that I would like to do just to go over a few things in regarding to learn to massage your horse at home. Of course, we have gone over building a relationship and why we're doing that. We have gone over two of what I consider to be the main principles of hands-on massage, as in relation to the physical being rather than the emotional being. And now I wanted to go over some of the functional biomechanics and what that means and why we studied on the course posture versus conformation. So I have written down here to help me to help you guys exactly what it means when we're talking about the functional biomechanics. So it is, in its first instance, the relationship between all the aspects and the various systems of the body, how they relate to each other, how they interact with each other, and as the sound beginning, that is basically what we're talking about when we're talking about functional biomechanics. So there are 5 things because it's just easier to break down. We're going to talk about motion. So locomotion of the horse is huge, isn't it? Force. So when we're talking about the force of how much the horse can push, how much those levers can pull and push, so the muscle will move something that lifts something, and on the other leg it will be pushing, so we have the force of that, momentum, the levers that we've just spoken about there, and balance. So that is the functional biomechanics. Okay, so we went over briefly this on the course, and so this is now why I have put in the pack there. There's quite an in-depth amount of pictures in relation to conformation versus posture, because we obviously have the whole system, global system. We specifically are talking about the muscles and everything that it takes to help the horse to move, from soft tissue to bone structure, and a lot of this really does come down to the horse's form and its functional ability. So is it not fair to say that if we're talking about balance, for instance, if the horse is out of balance, as in we saw some pictures where the hind quarters are a lot higher than the fore quarters, so is this going to be postural, or is it actually the way the horse is made and it's conformational? So we discussed this. So a horse out of balance when it's standing there in its posture, or because it's still growing or something like this, it's going to have a huge effect on the balance, which will have an effect on the levers, which will have an effect on momentum and force and motion. So it brings it home to me how clear this part of the course must be, because when we're looking at our own horses, or when we're going on to work with our own horses and they're restricted for some reason and they're telling us, oh, I find that really, really hard, and we just think, well, he should be able to do that. But it's not until, say, we free up the shoulders and we get the thoracic sling to be able to counteract and to hold and to lift, that then we can bring the horse into balance. So you can have a horse very well balanced when it's standing, and then in locomotion it will start to do this, so its hindquarters come higher. So that's its posture in motion. So we really do need to consider the system as a whole, the individual systems, and what effect and what interaction they're having on other areas of the body. And so I just wanted to go over that and to clear that up and to just explain something. in regards to that. So I'm just getting a very important phone call come through, so I'm going to leave this video here. Catch you all later, guys. Onwards.